Hi everybody, Steve Keefe, owner-broker of Coldwell Banker Skyward Realty in Lake Arrowhead, California. Oftentimes it's difficult to judge the performance of a real estate company. How do you really tell whether or not they're performing? Some companies are larger, they've got a lot more listings, a lot more staff, and so it's difficult often to really decipher and figure out what, how a company's performing and what are their results. One of the tools that we look at pretty carefully is what we call a list to sell ratio. And I just did the math. I did an analysis on our calendar year 2007 listings. And I looked at the top 6 companies in our marketplace. I looked at us, Coldwell Banker, I looked at Remax, I looked at Prudential, Lynn Wilson, Mountain Country, and Windermere. And what I did was I took the total number of listings taken during that time period, January 1st, 2007 to December 31st, 2007. And what I was looking at is the total number of listings that were taken, what happened to them. There's any number of end results. Either the listing sells, the listing is pending, still under contract, it's active, currently still for sale, hopefully not from December 31st of 2007, but in some instances, obviously there are some properties that are still available from that time period. It may have been withdrawn, temporary withdrawn, might be a contingent offer, or expired. When it expired is a listing contract that's run its course and no longer listed for sale, meaning that it went the time period 6 months to a year, whatever the listing period that the listing broker signs a listing up for, and is expired. So we really look at performance in 2 ways. We look at the number of listings that are taken versus sold, and the number of listings taken that expire. For Coldwell Banker Skyward Realty for the calendar year 2007, we took 703 listings. That's according to the Rim Association of Realtors. 307 of those 703 listings sold. That gives us a ratio of 44%. So what that's telling us is of the listings that were taken during that period, 44% of our listings sold during that time period. And that's a pretty high ratio in comparison. If we look at Remax, they took 417 listings. They had 126 listings sell. They had a 30% ratio. So we outproduced or outperformed our next closest competitor by 14%. Prudential had 92 listings. 29 of those listings sold for a little higher ratio than Remax at 32%. Lynn Wilson took 111 listings, had 31 sell, and that equates to a 28%, little bit lower than both Remax and Prudential. So 28% of the listings that her company took actually sold. Mountain Country, 41 listings taken, 13 sold for a list to sell ratio of 32%, slightly higher. And then Windermere took 68 listings for the calendar year 2007. 19 of those 68 listings sold for a 28% ratio. So I'm pretty proud of the fact that Coldwell Banker Skyward Realty had a significantly higher list to sell ratio than all of the other companies in our marketplace. We in fact were 44%. The next closest company had 32%, which was Prudential. So we're significantly higher, achieving better results for our sellers. The next important number that we're looking at is the listing to expired ratio. How many of those listings are expiring or coming off the books with failure? Effectively, the property was listed for many different reasons and it didn't sell. It was listed too high, or the marketing effort was not appropriate, or there just simply was too much competition in the marketplace for that property. Again, we had 703 listings that were taken during that period for Coldwell Banker. 212 of those expired, so 30%. 44% of our listings sold, 30% of the listings expired. Remax, 417 to 130, they had a 31%, slightly higher. Prudential had a 35% expiration ratio, even a little higher. Lynn Wilson was 32%, Mountain Country was 39%, and Windermere, although they had fewer listings, came in at 25%. So they were actually the best performer as far as expired listings in the marketplace. We look at that because we want to monitor what's going on. We want to make sure that we're performing at an adequate level to make sure that a high percentage of our listings are actually selling during the listing period instead of expiring or being canceled. Coldwell Banker prides itself on making sure that we maintain those high standards. 44% is a very high ratio. I haven't done any analysis on comparable companies in other marketplaces, but certainly in our marketplace we're dominating on that particular statistic. If you need any additional information regarding what's going on in Lake Arrowhead market, I've got a blog site that I produce, www.mountainupdate.com. Additionally, you can send me an email at any time, steve@cbskyridge.com, or give me a call at the office, 909-336-2131. I'd be happy to answer any real estate related questions you may have and see what we can do to help you out. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Thank you.